So it's called Ubuntu Football. It's a soccer outreach ministry in Cape Town, South Africa. And the basis of it is that it's a leadership development program. And so 8 kids every year at the age of 12 years old come into the program, and they get really good soccer training, a private education, nutritional help, and then mentorship and discipleship, which is the real kind of core of it, is to kind of build these boys from 12 to 18 as just strong Christian men. And we use soccer as an outlet for that, of just teaching teamwork and dedication and hard work, and just kind of using those. There's tons of metaphors between sports and religion, and just kind of using that as an outlet to develop these kids. And so the hope is it'd be awesome if one of them went on to play professional soccer somewhere. But the real heart of it is just that they would become men of God and really able to make a change and be a good influence for the rest of South Africa.
Hey, I'm Casey Prince, and I'm the founder and director of Ubuntu Football. And you're watching this because you are somehow connected to Shawn Buck. And you've heard about his calling to be a part of our big family here in Cape Town, South Africa. And I just want to tell you more about what we do and really why Shawn has a place here. We basically do leadership development. We're trying to nurture and develop the next great leaders in South Africa through football, or soccer as you call it. We do that through 2 programs, Football Forward, that's for kids age 8 to 12, and the Football Academy, which is really where we're developing leaders of the older kids up to 18. Shawn has been in love with Ubuntu and obsessed with being here since I think he was like 15, 16 years old. In 2009 he first met us, and he tried desperately from that point to come in the summer of 2010. We told him that you had to have someone older to come with you, and he tried to badger his brother into it, but things didn't work out. But he just kept pursuing it, and finally last fall in 2012 he spent a semester here with his friend Thad, and he just did amazing things. And then he spent another few weeks with us in May of 2013, I think, really trying to cement his call and confirm that he could kind of be here, without a friend and just doing ministry. And so obviously now he senses this call, and we are just excited about that, and we're prepared to kind of walk with him and mentor him through that. But mostly I just know that Shawn's going to bring this amazing heart of service, of dedication, of the ability to learn anything he needs to do. He's an intelligent and bright guy, and obviously, at his age, he's not a physician, or he's not a recognized coach or whatever. He doesn't have this massive skill set he's bringing to the table, but he has this massive heart, and he's an awesome team player, and he's willing and ready to get his hands dirty and to do whatever is asked of him to make sure that Ubuntu is successful. So we just hope that you'll join us in supporting Shawn, and that you'll continue to invest in us by investing in him and his being here. We need more people on our team. We need people who will just be in there with the kids, loving them and doing the dirty work. And so we hope that you'll support Shawn as he ventures into this great unknown. Thanks.
The story of kind of how I did this, I went to South Africa. It was awesome last fall, and then right before I was going in May, my mentor at the time back at school asked me, why are you doing what you're doing over the summer? And so I sat down with him, and we just kind of went through it, and basically just kind of came out, and he kind of sensed for me that I was going because I wanted to see, if I went there, what would it look like if I was there permanently, if I was there for a longer period of time. And so it was interesting not going with that and not having anyone there. It's just a buddy, kind of 24/7. It was different, and it was a little bit hard, but it was really cool just to kind of, I had a lot more alone time, and I had a lot of time just to sit with God and say, okay, what is this, and why am I here, and what will things look like, and what will be my place? And so I had conversations with Casey. He said, Shawn, you don't have any amazing skills that you're going to bring to the table. You don't have anything that's really oh man, that's what Shawn's good at. He was but you're going to bring a heart, and you're going to bring a passion for what we're doing. And it hit me really hard at first, and I was man, maybe I shouldn't do this. But I started to think about it, because that was kind of the thing that stuck with me the most. And as I thought about it more, I'm you know what, I haven't finished college, and I'm not a business major or anything, but I really am going to try to bring the most. Yeah, and so I really want to invest in something, and college was awesome. I don't want anyone to think that I hated college and college wasn't for me. I absolutely loved it. I had an amazing semester. When I went to South Africa and kind of saw it and had these conversations, I realized like this is what I wanted to do. And it wasn't that I was walking down a road and God blinded me and I realized like, oh, this is my call. Like I wasn't 100% sure for the entire summer. But I mean, just reading the Bible and just seeing like in Matthew 28, 19 through 20, just the Great Commission, like that God wants us to go out and make disciples, and that's what this is. This is an organization that is solely looking for that and solely looking to create disciples who will create more disciples and just to expand that. And so that's exactly what I want to be a part of. It's like as biblical as it can get. A lot of times, like in these meetings or if you're making a big decision, I'll come here and I'll say like, I really feel God's calling me to this, and like kind of almost blaming it on God, like, oh, it's God's fault that I'm doing this. Like, don't blame me. Like, it's all God. And that's not true. Like, that's some kind of a scapegoat that we use sometimes. But it really is like, I just want to go. Like, I love the place. I love the people. Like, I just really want to do it. And I just didn't want to do school right now. And so that's part of it. So I don't want to negate that or anything. So yeah. So I do feel called by God. I feel that it's biblical, and I found it that way. But I also just really want to be there. And it's really where I feel out of my element, and but at the same time I feel that it's kind of where I'm the most, not safe in a world sense, but safe like with God. Like I feel it's very biblical, and I don't question, is this the right thing to do? Is this, when I'm there I know like, okay, I'm doing God's work. So this is kind of where your part comes in, is to be there I need some money, and I need people to come around me. I can't go by myself and just kind of survive and just hope that everything works out. Like I do need money, but I really just need people around me and people to pray for me continuously. And hopefully you will help me financially and sponsor me in a way, but really spiritually is really important, is that I do need prayer, and there's power in that. And if I went there, didn't really tell anybody, and just hope that things work out, I don't think it would. Like having a home base and people I can go to, and just the thought of knowing that someone's thinking about me and someone's praying for me. So I don't know exactly how long I'm going to be there, so I can't say this is how much money I'm going to need for the whole time. And so that's why, like with the monthly budget, I would love to get people who will give me like $1 a month, and like that'd be awesome, just to kind of have a monthly income of just regular income coming in and that I can rely on. So yeah, that's where kind of the monthly comes in, and then it's more of a relationship that way, and it's not just you gave me money and then I never talk to you again. If I know that you're giving me money, and I will be able to think about you and see that and be able to send you updates and talk to you and get advice from you. And so that's kind of where that comes in. What I do need is a commitment of some sort of just a guesstimation of what you think you'd be able to give, or and it doesn't have to be right now, but whenever, just kind of a commitment of some kind, so just so I know kind of where I'm at, and I don't go down there thinking that people are going to support me and no one's going to. So.